Hello everyone and welcome back to another day in Nepal. It is unfortunately my last full day here and I've kind of spent most of it just packing my bags, and I gathered one last souvenir to take home with me. So I'm just going to kind of go through what I've enjoyed, what I haven't enjoyed, some different tips that I can give you. I've just got a couple of points written down I'm just going to go through. So Kathmandu is an interesting place to visit. It took me a long time to get here. It was just over 24 hours, but that did include a 12-hour layover in Abu Dhabi. But yeah, it takes a while to get here, but once you're here, you kind of falling into the deep end, straight into the airport, getting your visa sorted, straight out, taxi stands, etc, etc. But there is lots of stuff to do. You've got, like what I did, I've had something to do pretty much every day. I've been to the monasteries, I've been to all the different religious sites, been to the zoo, been to the museums, and just kind of seeing the overall culture. Even just walking through the streets of Tamil, there's so much different stuff going on. It's just hectic. It's absolutely crazy. I've noticed that pretty much everything is cheap. I don't think anything's cost me more than 1,000 rupees, so about £6 really. So yeah, everything's cheap. Everything's well within budget to do. It just depends how much money you want to spend. So I'm going to start off with some of the bad parts first, just so I can get them out of the way and kind of end on a high. So on my first day here, when as you see, I travelled here, I got a taxi, came to the room and I said I was going to go back out. I ended up going out, and within the first hour of me walking around, I had someone stick their hands in my pocket. So I was wearing my shorts, and luckily I didn't have my phone in my short pocket, so I had it in my bag in front of me. And anyway, someone tried to stick their hand in my pockets, try and grab whatever there was in there. Luckily there was nothing in there, and as someone did that, somebody tried to grab my bag off the front of me. So someone actually tried to grab his bag off the front of me, and luckily it was attached onto me. And anyway, that was, so it kind of went off to the best start, so to say. It threw me off a little bit, and I kind of remember coming back to my room just thinking, like, what am I doing here? Like, oh my God, I've been outside for an hour. I've had some guy try and get me talking, try and scam me, and then two other people come, one of them stick their hands in their pockets, and someone try and grab my bag. And it was just really threw everything, put me to a really bad start. So I'm just going to adjust the camera a little bit. But yeah, it put me onto quite a bad start. And the second day I was kind of like, God, do I really want to go out? I was like, oh my God, I don't want to risk any of that happening again. Anyway, I dragged myself out, started going through the streets, and the area I'm staying is quite a busy area of Tamil. It's right near Durbar Square. So there's certain areas that I'll walk through where you can see something's going to happen, and you can kind of, I know when I was trying to avoid certain areas at certain times of day. But yeah, it's happened to me, like I've shown you in the videos, the scammers and stuff like that, like they try and get you talking, try and get you friendly, and they try and get money. They say, oh no, I don't want any money, then they'll try and get money out of you. So the best example I can give is, we were walking down the street. This is exactly what happened to me. Walking down the street, and I remember exactly crossed over the road in front of me, and there's one of the shrines there, and he started touching it and praying and bumped into me, and he's like, oh, I'm sorry. I was like, no, it's okay, mate, like, no big deal. He's like, oh, you know, I'm a Buddhist, I'm just trying to pray. He's like, oh, do you mind if I walk with you? And I was like, yeah, I'm just going down here, like, yeah. I kind of didn't want him to walk me, but I was like, I'm not going to start saying no, the guy seems quite nice. And he's like, oh no, I don't want any money, I just want to, you know, I'll show you around. Like, oh no, I know where I'm going, it's fine, I just want to go to the shops. He's like, no, I'll show you. I was like, no, seriously, I'm fine. He's like, oh, and he started going on about how he goes to art school, and he kept trying to get my name and say, oh, we're good friends, and he started saying all the time about how good friends we are and all that kind of stuff. I was like, something's a bit dodgy here. And anyway, I was walking down, and he distracted me with this shrine. Oh, look at the shrine here. So I was like looking at it, and he's like, oh, get your phone out and get photos. I was like, oh no, I'm fine, so I'll just enjoy the view. And quite literally, as he said that, someone grabbed their hand into my pocket, just came up from behind me, literally out of nowhere, stood in my pocket, and the other one tried to grab my bag off me, and they all just tried to run off. But luckily I didn't have anything in my pocket, so my bag was attached to me, so they couldn't get anything. I was so glad that I brought this bag with me, because otherwise it would have just been, yeah, game over. But I seen it as well while I was out there. So I can't remember what day it was, but I was walking back. I think it was when I went to the zoo. Might have been the day before. I was walking back through one of the busier parts of town at about 4 o'clock, and it was quite a busy time. And there's all the mopeds cutting through the street and all the cars beeping at each other and everyone running across the roads. It's just a bit crazy. And I just kind of seen out the corner of my eye, some woman had just bought something from one of like the handicraft stores, they called like a souvenir shop, and she was putting it in like a side pocket of her bag. And as she was putting it in, 2 people pulled up on like a little moped, and the guy in the back tried to reach in and grab it. And I remember shouting at me, I was like, "What are you doing?" And they all just drove. Luckily, I left it in the bag, and I was told her, like, make sure you don't leave it in your side pocket, because someone just tried to grab it, and she was like really shocked. She just didn't expect it to happen. So yeah, it kind of shows you how easily stuff can happen and how easily mistakes can be made. And then, like I said, you've got the scammers as well, constantly trying to get money out of you, people chasing you down the street, following you. Every time I walk down this certain road, there's people coming up to me, trying the same scam every time. And I'm kind of just getting to the point now where, when they ask me how long I've been here for, I just go, "I live here." He's like, "Oh, do you want to see artwork?" I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, but you should do." I was like, "No." He's like, "Oh, well, can you buy me and my family some whatever?" And I'm like, "No." It's like, I don't have money. Yeah, but so some of the tips I can say is that, I'll just quickly get these in here, can't really see it, but I've been getting about in my hiking trousers pretty much the whole kind of 10 days that I've been here, just for the fact that they've got 4 separate zipped pockets on them, 2 like kind of mid-thigh and 2 normal kind of trouser pockets. And these have been absolutely amazing for me, because I can put my money in one pocket, I can put my phone in the other, my keys in the other, and then I can have my GoPro in my bag here. I can have it in this front pocket that just extends out. But this bag has also been amazing, because you just put it round you, and then it's secure if you need to go in there. I don't really keep anything in the main pocket, apart from the mask, and I keep my camera in front so I can grab it out if I need to. But I remember when someone tried it, I don't think they realised it was attached to me, so I just kind of walk around my hands over the front of it, just because it's comfy, and my hands are over my GoPro. And I remember someone tried to pull it, and it just pulled me. I don't think they realised how good it was attached. And I'd say as well, if it's got clips on it, mine's not too bad because it's at the front, but if you've got clips at the back, I'd probably sellotape them up. One of my friends told me that when he was travelling in Kenya, I think it was, he tried to unclip his bag. And that's quite a common thing that I've heard about people travelling through other countries before, where they try and unclip your bags and then grab them. So yeah, definitely say either take them up or have them at the front. But yeah, apart from that kind of first day, I've not had anything go wrong. There's been a couple of times where, so when I was going to the zoo, instead of walking through Durbar Square and having to pay the 1,000 rupee fee, I cut around it. And one of the roads I walked down, as I was going down it, there was like a big gang of kids, kind of, not kids, I keep saying kids, but they're the same age as me. Big gang, and I remember one of these little kids on the side telling people ran ahead of me as I was walking down, and I could just see them just kind of round the corner, and as I was talking to each other, they looked at me, and they all kind of split up, and 2 of them stayed on the road. And a minute later I just turned around, and I was like, I'm not even, like, if something feels wrong, I'm just not going to go for it. I've got a GoPro on me, I've got money on me, I've got a phone on me, but I just can't risk stuff like that, so I just turned around. It's probably me being paranoid, but I just didn't want to risk anything at all when I've got this much on me. But yeah, apart from that, you can kind of avoid the areas, and if something feels wrong, just go with your gut feeling and avoid it, because it's just not worth putting yourself in them situations. But enough with the negatives and enough with the down. It has been a good time staying there. There's been so much stuff to do, so much things to see. My favourite day was probably going to Kopan Monastery. It was like a 2-hour walk there, and when I got there, oh my god, the views were insane. Seeing all the monasteries and the statues and the stupas, I was like, oh my god, this is just, that's probably my favourite day, and I just absolutely loved it. I just thought that was such an amazing thing to see. But yeah, that was free to enter. The food in there was quite cheap, and the food everywhere is cheap, and there's so much to try. You see me every day. I've been eating out just because of how cheap it is. It can cost you like £4 for 2 meals in a day kind of thing. So yeah, it's mega cheap. And let's just say as well, you need to be careful with the water. So I read into it online, the waters, I've not been too bad. So I started off at first using my filter. I seen in the video to filter the water. But then after that, I kind of started doing some filtered, some unfiltered, just to try and get my body used to it. And now I'm just drinking straight unfiltered water for the past few days, and my body's been fine with it. But I would definitely say the first few days here, drink either sealed bottled water or use a filter or something to clean the water. But yeah, there's a lot to do. Like the zoo's really good, and the museums, and there are so many friendly people, especially when you go out to eat. And it's kind of one of the places where once you find somewhere like that, so the vegetarian burrito place, I went there again today just before I come and film this because I just enjoyed going. And I'd definitely say as well, if someone's doing something that you enjoy, I'd say tip them quite well, because they don't charge a lot for the food. So if someone was charging 300 rupees for the food, I'd just give them 500 and be fine with it. I'd always round it up, just because I wouldn't round up if it's someone like the taxis, when they try and charge you stupid amounts. I'm just going to go, yeah, have it, because they try and charge you stupid money. When they see it, they'll just try. But if it's food and it's an actual written menu and it's got prices on it, I will just give them what they want and a bit more, because a lot of times they're really nice. They're always asking you how the food is. So that kind of 200 rupees isn't a lot to us, but it's quite a lot to them. So yeah, that didn't sound right the way I phrased it, but yeah. So kind of my overall opinion on Kathmandu is, I'd say, would I come back? Probably no, because I think I've done everything that there is to do. The main things I've wanted to do in Kathmandu. There's still loads more to do kind of further out, but the main bits I've wanted to do, I've done. But I would come back to Nepal to go and explore other areas. And I'm planning on coming back in the future when it's not monsoon, because I'm kind of right at the very end of monsoon, start trekking season. And when I arrived there, I was looking at doing maybe every base camp around a Perna base camp, but I've got a lot of equipment on me for when I go to HMI to do my course and for climbs and stuff after it, and places that I'm travelling to after it, so I have to take a lot of stuff with me. And I didn't want to leave that somewhere where I'm not going to be able to keep it with me, because there's quite a lot of stuff tied up in it, so I had to keep it with me. And I didn't want to be doing these treks, spending the money on the treks when the weather's not what I want it to be. I'd rather wait for the perfect weather and then go and do the trek. I think that'd be a lot better. But yeah, I'd definitely come back to Nepal. I'm hoping to come back in the future, like I said, do some of the treks, maybe even do some 6,000 metre peaks, 7,000 metre peaks, something like that. I've already got my eyes on some of the things that I want to do. But yeah, I probably won't come back to Kathmandu now, because I think I've done everything I wanted to do. But I still would recommend people to come here, because I think you've got to experience it, because it is just a mental place. There's so much stuff going on, and it's just always a little bit crazy. So definitely say, come here, experience it. But yeah, I think that's about it. I'm trying to think, is anything else? Oh, crossing the roads. This is quite a bit. I should have mentioned this earlier on, but the roads are crazy. Motorbikes, cars, bicycles, just everyone running. Yeah. You just kind of got to go with the flow. If you see a gap, just go for it. Don't worry about what the cars and stuff are doing, because they'll stop for you. You just kind of got to go for it. You just kind of tag on with everybody else. They'll walk, you just walk with them. Just go and get it done. But yeah, that is it for my time in Nepal. Tomorrow morning, I am making my way to the airport, flying off to Delhi, meeting up with Akshay, spending the night in Delhi, and then going on to Jaipur from there. Not got anything planned at all for India when I'm with Akshay, apart from, well, the only thing I've got planned for India in general is going to the HMI Darjeeling course, the basic mountaineering course. So I'm properly looking forward to that. I've been waiting on this for so long now, and everything went wrong at the start, and I finally got my position secured, and I'm just hoping everything goes right getting there. But yeah, I hope you've enjoyed seeing me in Nepal. I'm going to try and carry it on into India, and I'm hopefully going to try and carry it on when I'm doing the mountaineering course. But I hope you've all enjoyed the video for today. As always, my Instagram and my Facebook are both in the links below. And if you have enjoyed the video, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.